Hi guys. Today we're going to talk a little bit about healthy boundaries for online gaming. So I've talked about the difference between entertainment and interest before in some of my videos about unschooling. And so I thought it would be interesting to dig a little bit more into the online gaming aspect because I know a lot of our kids really like Minecraft or League of Legends or some of the other ones, and some of our kids might even have their own YouTube channel and be very interested in live streaming and things like that. So let's talk a little bit about ways to go about it in a way that's healthy. So here's some ideas and tips for that. So you probably already do this, but the first tip is to have some mutually agreed upon time limits and rules of engagement, so to speak. So mutually agreed upon time limit in terms of, okay, maybe the limit is 2 hours a day, maybe it's 1 hour a day. And then rules of engagement might be something like, well, you can only play after dinner, or you can only play after all of your schoolwork is done. Things like that, sort of common sense, and you probably already do that. The second tip is to monitor game content. And this is a little bit more challenging. For this, I recommend and personally use outside tools. So we have Covenant Eyes installed on all the phones, tablets, and computers so that we get regularly updated screenshots of what the kids are doing, what they're looking at, because I don't know, I cannot stand there and watch everything, and that's really annoying to the kids too. Like, there's a bit of a trust thing there. And also, I have a lot of other things to do. I can't be standing there doing that. But I have teenagers in my house, and so I do want to give them that independence. But I also want to monitor, well, what are they looking at? Some of these games really have a lot of explicit content. And some games have characters that are rather explicit, and those boundaries are ones that you as a parent determine. So you can use a tool like Covenant Eyes to help you with that so that you don't have to be this helicopter parent, especially with teenagers. I also really recommend playing the games yourself because sometimes we have our own prejudices about certain games without having really experienced it, and may have some biases that may not even be valid. Sometimes we hear things from other parents or from things that we read, and that's a valid opinion, but it may not really jive with your own personal parental philosophy about games. And it may also be seen through a much more liberal or much more conservative perspective than what you personally feel. So I really advise that you play the games yourself and get a feel for it and why your child might like it, because maybe you might decide you're going to play them with them and have a little fun with that too. Another tip is, if it's feasible, to use the parental controls that come with your computer to help block some of the inappropriate content that may come through when your child is looking for new games, for example, so that you can monitor that more carefully. And also, again, if you're using a tool like Covenant Eyes, that will do that for you as well. And finally, I really recommend, and this comes through in a lot of my other videos, to engage kids in other family activities that are unplugged. The games should not be used as a babysitter and shouldn't be used as an escape from boredom all the time. They need to be involved with the family, and that goes without saying too, and you probably already do that. Really trying to get the kids outside, get them playing old-fashioned board games, doing some other kinds of constructive, unplugged kind of activities. to get them away from the screens, away from the technology, and really engaging and building relationship and conversation with the family. And it also helps you to monitor their mental health. There's a small number of people who do develop issues when they spend way too much time on computer games. And sometimes kids use video game playing a lot as a cry for help because they are depressed, because they're lonely, because they're bored a lot. So paying attention to that, like how often are they wanting to do that? What is their mental state afterwards and beforehand? Are they wanting to do it a little bit too much, perhaps? So gauging those kinds of things is really important to making sure that there's some good, healthy feeling around that and that it truly is a game. So take those tips. I hope that helps you a little bit. I hope you did learn something a little bit new with that. And check out the coupon if you are looking for some of that parental help. There is a coupon from Covenant Eyes, Safe Gaming, and you can save on a subscription to that. And remember, your entire family can make use of this great tool with only one small fee. So it doesn't matter how many people are in your family, everybody's on the same plan, so it doesn't go up. And that's great to know because some of us have a lot of people in our family. So take that and enjoy. Make sure that you check out the website and take advantage of the coupon.